Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face, she don't play. Aries chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, Autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time. Keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies. So you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got some for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah. What she wanna do? Live life, live life. She live what she wanna do. Live life, live life, live life. What she wanna do? Live life, live life. She live what she wanna do. Live life, live life, live life. Live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. What's up, y'all? It's another day in the life of the Lit Life Podcast. Y'all know how it is. Shout out to y'all if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're like looking at me and you're like, bitch, you need some sleep. You're right. Like, I definitely need some sleep, and I probably look like it. And it's okay because eventually I'm gonna get some. Now, y'all already know. Well, for those of you who are not new to the show, y'all know sometimes I be going through my stuff and I don't be getting enough sleep. You know what I'm saying? And it catch up to me, and it always seems to kind of catch up to me on when it's time for me to record. I don't know what that's about. So sometimes I get the shit recorded, and then other times I just don't. And then guess what? I still don't get no sleep. But that's neither here nor there. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Welcome. If you are not, it's okay. You can continue to listen wherever you're listening at. Just go to my YouTube channel. All you gotta do, listen, go to YouTube, type in the search Lit Life Podcast. Okay. It should come right on up. Now, would have given you like an actual link, like youtube.com/Lit Life Podcast. But guess what? I ain't got enough subscribers to do that. So if you could go ahead and just go to YouTube, or the other option is to go to litlifepodcast.com, click on videos, and it'll be there. Like it publishes right when the episode drops on Spotify and Apple and all that good stuff. And it is what it is. Again, if you don't want to watch on YouTube, that's cool. But just go ahead and hit the subscribe. Now, as y'all know, I moved into my house. I closed on the house about a month ago. And I've lived here maybe 3 weeks. It has been pretty cool, but it's also been a tad bit stressful because I'm still riding off of the trying to get back to a normal, like I call it normal tired, because I had COVID and that shit had me down bad. So I still have so much stuff, it seems, to do around the house. Like, as of today, because today I actually got moving and I was unpacking and organizing stuff and all that good stuff. So hopefully I'll be done. Like, I really want to be done with this shit by the end of the weekend. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I really, really, really would like to just, at least with the stuff that's in here, just get it unpacked. Not necessarily like decorate or anything, because I really do want to. I've been trying to figure out over the last few days, like what to put up in the office/studio. Like, if you're watching, you can see that it's literally blank back here. So, and it's okay for right now, but y'all know how I get. Like, I have tunnel vision. I'll be ready to just do, I feel like I want this done and I don't do it, and then it wears on me, which is what's going on with why I'm tired. Like, like, just I'm so glad that I'm in the house, but like looking around and seeing boxes and not being able to find stuff, it's so tiring. So I'm ready to get past that and kind of get back to, I guess, normal, right? Um One thing that I've realized about this house is, which I kind of knew, of course I knew because I came to see the house, but I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? You know how like but you don't know. Like I'm really out in the sticks. Like, I mean, I can get off the expressway, and my house is maybe 5 or 6 miles from the expressway, but it's 5 or 6 miles of horses and cows and goats and shit, farms, and like just a whole bunch of country living. I'm really interested in seeing what's going to happen or what I'm going to find in my backyard when the spring comes, because I have a fenced in backyard, but right behind the fence is nothing but trees, and it's going to be beautiful. Like it's going to be so pretty, but like what's going to come over there? I mean, it's like all I want to know, like who owns that land? Like, is it the city or the state or something? Like, because it's literally just all trees. So, anyways, that'll be interesting. So, yes, I'm out in the sticks. So, whenever I get in my car, I definitely be driving past horses and shit. And it's cool though. Like, it's really cool. Like, I'm not complaining about it. It's a little different, right? Like a little different for me. Um, I have to shop. Another thing that I realized is I have to shop in neighboring cities. So yes, there's a Publix a few miles, down the street. So like normal little stuff like that, there's Family Dollar, there's food, there's Starbucks, of course, there's a couple of Waffle House, whatever have you. But like to shop, like I have to go to a neighboring city. So that's kind of different, I guess. Like it's cool. Again, it's cool. These are just things that I'm just, kind of realizing like, oh, okay, this is how it's gonna be here as opposed to where I was. Um yeah, so yeah, I've been here. I lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, peep that. So I've been here about a month. It's been cool. Uh and yeah, I mean, I guess that's that on that. I mean, I feel okay, but again, like I'm tired, and I think that and I think I told you guys on the last episode, like I haven't really gotten emotional about it yet. Like actually, I haven't been emotional about anything, or I should say, I've been a little emotional about things, but I have not been able to cry, and it's been like 2 months. It's literally been like 2 months since I've been able to like cry. And I'm not like a cry baby, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like a crier, but well, maybe I am a crier. Like maybe as time has gone on, I have become a crier, but which is the reason why it's like I don't know why I can't cry right now. Like I don't know. Am I just too tired? Like, do I have too many things going on in my head? I don't know, but whenever it happens, like I'm gonna be happy that it happens. I'm probably gonna sit somewhere and for about an hour and just cry, and I'm like really ready for it. I know that was pretty random, but this is the Lit Life podcast where random shit always happens because I got a scatterbrain. So anyways, shout out to any of the new listeners. Anybody that's coming from tagged, shout out to y'all. I was able to sit in Mr. Hollywood EAG's bedroom talk the other night. That was fun. I had a good time with that. So shout out to him and shout out to Teddy and to all my tag family. Yes, I appreciate y'all coming by to check me out. Now, random, like I'm sitting here and I'm recording on StreamYard, And last week, like the Wi-Fi went out for a minute, and I'm looking at it and it looks like the signal keeps going up and down, but it's only showing that on StreamYard, and it's not showing it like on my actual computer that there's like a weak signal. So I don't know what's up with that. So I'm gonna apologize in advance just in case I drop, and have to come back or whatever. Or if y'all just don't even get the damn video. Like I could literally be talking about y'all getting this video and it might not be no video. So whatever. Anyways, let's get to it. Shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga. All right. Y'all know what time it is. It's everybody's favorite part of the show. It's the Shut the Fuck Up Award. And during this time of the Shut the Fuck Up Award, first of all, it's 2022 and nothing has changed. There are plenty of people. There are plenty of movements. There are plenty of organizations. There are plenty of employers and employees. There are plenty of things that we can tell to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, unless you've been living under a rock, that you heard about the pastor. What is his name? Pastor Mike Todd, which this is a guy that I had never heard of before the other day. I guess he's some big guy, whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't know this nigga. But he had a church service, and again, I'm paraphrasing, and so it is what it is. But he was in a church service, and I guess he wiped some spit on someone in the service. Now, that is shut the fuck up award worthy, but that's not who I'm telling to shut the fuck up. I mean, I'm telling him to shut the fuck up, but you know what I'm saying? Like the person who commented about the shit is who I'm telling to shut the fuck up. And I just can't, I hate it when, I really, really hate it when people that I like do or say like the dumbest shit, right? Like, I mean, like we're all human and we've all done it. Like, I know I've said some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I've said some, not so politically correct things. Like, I know. So I could too be that person that, could piss somebody like me off when you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm human. I get it. And this guy is human. And I was just talking to a friend of mine about how we have to stop looking at people. I have to stop looking at like church officials and pastors and bishops and whatever what have you as if they're not human and as if they don't make mistakes. But this particular comment, come on, bro. So Marvin Sapp got on Al B. Sure's internet. And again, I didn't go directly to his Instagram. This is a screenshot. So I'm going to just put that out there. So I don't really know if it's true or not. But if it's true, he put on Instagram or wherever the hell he put it at. And it said, let me look at it. It said, pastor gives away millions of dollars, silence. Same pastor spits on parishioner and it goes viral. Something is wrong with this picture. Now, again, every time I look at this, I feel like it's like, I feel like it's fake. Like, I don't want to believe it, but I also have not gone to his actual Instagram to take a look at it. Either way it goes, bruh. And if there's anybody that feels this way, first of all, however you feel about exchanging bodily fluids of any sort is on you. Okay. I'm not gonna judge you one way or another. What I am gonna say is motherfucker COVID is real. Okay. COVID is real. Like you shouldn't even really be up in folks' face, to be honest. Like if we're keeping it a buck, you really shouldn't even be in these folks' face. But for you to make a conscious decision of like placing spit on somebody during a pandemic where like literally you could touch somebody and get this shit, dog. And you, Marvin Sapp, decide to support this, like by posting what you posted again. If it's fake, it's fake. Okay. Like again, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna try to find it. He probably if it wasn't fake, he didn't deleted it by now, I'm sure. Either way it goes, if there's anybody that feels that way, please, please, pretty please, shut the fuck up. Now that I got that out the way, I would like today to talk about routine and how it affects me, right? Like I don't when I talk about things like this, I don't like to speak about it from a perspective of a lot of people. I'm always speaking from from my own perception. I said, what did I say first? I'm saying perception. So from my, wait a minute, what am I saying? I'm saying not perception. I'm saying, what's the word that I'm saying? I just said it. I said it right the first time. Perspective. Boom. That's where we are. So from my eyes, okay, let's go there. From my eyes, okay, 2022 for me is going to be about settling into really a new routine, right? I am a routine oriented type of person. Like I kind of need routine. And one of the reasons why, like one of the main reasons why is because I have anxiety. But when I have routine to me means that there's going to be some sort of order. Like I know there's going to be some sort of order throughout the day. I know, I have to do X, Y, and Z. These are things that I have to think about, but knowing that they're there, knowing that they're in place, I know that they need to be done, or I know that it's just something that's going to be done. It's not it's not like a wrench thrown in my day or any with these particular things. Like these are things that I do on a routinely, like daily. So I am the type of person, again, because I have anxiety, I need the routine. Like I need routines. It helps me to take control of my day. Really, you know what I mean? Like because it's almost like making a list. I'm pretty sure that I've talked about making a list. Like I make lists all the time because lists bring me back to to whatever it is that I need to be focusing on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's order. It's all about order. And for people like me who have the type of anxiety that I have, I need that. Like a lot of the times I need that. So I kind of wanted to talk about it just from like my point of view of how I feel like or of what I want to do, how I feel like routines help me, or how they may not help me, or how um yeah, like, all that good shit. Y'all know I be losing my train of thought too. But here we go. So first, I think we need to understand what routine is. And I say that because I feel like we get routine and habits mixed up. Now, can a routine become a habit? Absolutely. But they really are two different things, right? So routines are um like behavioral practices that you have to think about. You do it, but you have to think about doing it, right? Sometimes sometimes it's something that you like to do. Other times it's not. Like, it's routine. I have to have a routine of, waking up on time in the morning, right? Waking up at a certain time. The thing is, like, if I don't do it, and if it's not going, like, say for instance on the weekends, if I sleep through my normal routine time of whatever time it is I get up during the week, it doesn't really hurt. It doesn't hurt much, right? Like, it doesn't affect. It's just like, oh, I skipped that part of my routine today. And even though, your weekend routines are a lot sometimes different than your routines during the week, even still, it's just like you're not even thinking about it. It's like, all right, well, whatever. I skipped that part of my routine today. So whereas a habit is like, you don't have to think about habits. Like, if you really sit and think about it, like, you don't have to think about habits. It's just like, it's like no conscious thought at all, right? It's like, so for me, a habit that I have, and I had to really sit and think about this, because I'm like, man, I thought that this was actually a part of my routine, but I guess this is a routine that has become a habit. I have to take a shower before I get in the bed, or a bath. I have to get in the shower or get in the tub before I get in the bed. And 9 times out of 10, when I take a shower, like if it's not a morning shower, or whatever, it's definitely a nighttime shower. Like, it's not like, or no, what I'm trying to say is, when I take a shower at night, it's just automatic that I go to bed. I mean, like, it's literally the very last, like, physical type of activity that I do before I lay in the bed. And I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like I cannot sleep well when I don't shower before I lay down for the night. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like just the bed. Like, say for instance, if I'm like, maybe I could be laying down on the couch and I could fall asleep. But if I wake up before the morning time, I'm going to go and take a shower and then go back to sleep. Even if I go back down to get on the couch, or if I'm in my recliner, if I go back to get a recliner, like, I have, like, to get that good sleep, I feel like I have to take a shower before. And that just, again, it's a habit. I figured it was routine, but it's really a habit, because when I don't do it, it affects me, right? It seems to affect me one way or another. Another habit is, after I smoke weed, I have to eat something. Like, this is a habit. This is not routine. It's not, like, the munchies are a habit. And I want y'all to, like, really think about that. Are you hungry? Are you really, really hungry? Like, right after you hit the blunt? Like, are you, like, really, really hungry? I can see maybe, maybe half hour later, an hour later, you might be, but are you really, really, really hungry? Like, and and when I say are you, I'm talking about me. Like, I really have to be sitting there asking myself, like, bro, are you, like, really hungry right now? Or are you just, this is just a habit. It's just a habit of doing this. So that's why I had to, even though I haven't been lately, but I had to, pick conscious type of snacks. You know what I'm saying? I cut up some cucumber, throw some veggies in the air fryer or some shit like that. But it has to already be prepared, because it has to be right there when I get done. It's like all habit, right? And one day I want to really kind of get into habit and things that are habit forming and things of that nature. But right now I'm just talking about routine. So my routine, again, I'm at the point where I'm trying to establish a new routine. Um, and not just a new routine. Earlier I said a new routine for 2022, but it's kind of just a new routine overall because everything has changed for me, right? So in the last year, I have gotten a new job, and in that job, like, for a very long time, I was in training, like, I hadn't really been doing anything, so now I have to now that I am doing things, I have to kinda shift my routine or establish my work routine, right? I have to establish my new work routine, and I've realized that the company that I work for is, even though I'm doing the same thing and they have the same type of product, the culture and everything is a lot different than the any previous company that I've ever worked for. So I have to, and so I can say that I have a little bit more leniency. I have a little bit more wiggle room as far as like my schedule is concerned. Um and I have to learn how to um like uh, work with it to make it beneficial, because it's definitely like having like a flex, being able to have a flex schedule, it really is beneficial. But when you start like slacking, and y'all know I am the number one procrastinator, right? But even if I procrastinate, like, I have to I have to make sure that there's some sort of work routine established. Like right now, I literally don't have one. Like I just don't. Like, I have like this. They sent us like these planners, and really nice planners. Y'all know how I am about notebooks and stuff. And I said I was gonna use it. It asks you like, what are your priorities for the day? But it's not even just for work. It asks about your health priorities. Like, did you work out today? All that good type of shit. So I need to start using that. I guess I can implement that as a part of my daily routine, is using that damn planner, and I guess it will help keep me on track. So yeah, so I have to establish a new work routine. I have to establish new, like, kind of new um social routines, I guess you could say. I mean, I'm still in the Atlanta area, but I'm in a totally different area. Like, I'm literally like 45 minutes away from where I was. And it's different, and it's a little different. Like, where I was before, again, I said earlier, like, there were so many more things like right directly around me. And now it's not. I mean, it's not like I have to like do a whole lot of driving to get the things that I want. But like, I could walk to the store. Like, I could walk to QT, or I could walk to BP, or I could walk to Family Dollar. And over here, I mean, I could, but it's going to be a good like 5 4 5 miles, you know what I'm saying, 3 4 5 miles just one way to do that, like, and on these back roads, like, it's all very different. So I wouldn't do that over here. um Even when it comes to like when I start back running outside, like, I'm gonna have to run in the neighborhood, like, and it which is good because the subdivision has sidewalks. But as soon as if I go out to that main road, there's no sidewalks there. So I'm not gonna go out to the main road. I'm always just gonna have to do whatever it is I have to do within the neighborhood, right? So I have to establish um new routines. Even like, with the way that work is going and things like that, like, I have to establish new a new routine in podcasting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just, well, I'm still doing the same type of procrastinating shit, like recording a day before is due. But I really would like to establish a routine where I don't do that. And for a while, I did. Like, for a while, I had set days, set times that I would record. And you know what? Honestly, it was probably because I was scheduling guests. Like, when I schedule guests, like, I always schedule them before the day that it's supposed to come out, because what if they don't show up, or you know what I'm saying, like what if we have to schedule something like that. So I always want to make sure that I'm, you know, releasing an episode. So I did very well when I had that type of routine established with the podcast. Because like I can cancel on my, especially when it comes to like guests, like I can cancel on myself, but I'm not going to cancel on a guest. If a guest say, hey, I'm going to be available this day, I'm going to make sure that I, you know, even if I don't want to or don't feel like it, like I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I record with them on that day. So yeah, like it's a big deal. So again, so I've gotten a new job, and then I now have this house, and you know, even like the cleaning routines in this house is going to be different. um I just think, like, I already feel a little overwhelmed, right? Because like I forgot to tell y'all this. Did I tell y'all this? I don't think I told y'all this at the very beginning. One reason why I'm tired, because the last 2 days, like I really haven't been like sleeping well anyway. But the last 2 days, I really haven't had any sleep, and y'all want to know why? Because I ain't had no heat in this bitch. Okay, I had gotten a tub one night, and when I got out the tub, I'm like, why is it so cold in here? And I go look at the thermostats, because I have one upstairs and one downstairs, and them damn things basically said freezing. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Why is my heat not working? So the next day, because I couldn't get it to work, I had to get the fucking like courage via the podcast happy hour group chat to go up in the attic. Like, I'm afraid. I don't know what's up there. Like, I have no idea what the fuck is up there. Like, I'm not, and you know, people like, oh, what if it's spirits or what's a ghost? Look, I am not afraid of no damn ghosts or no spirits, but a spider or any type of creature, any type of wildlife, like, I'm not trying to deal with that shit. But anyways, I got the courage, had to go up there, and still didn't figure out what the fuck was wrong. Of course, this is like hours hours of going up and down that raggedy ass step ladder that pulls down from the ceiling or whatever. Like I was so frustrated, and I was like, let me change the filters. So I went to Home Depot because I knew I needed to change the filters anyway, because I'm pretty sure the people that lived here before me has never done it. And so I went and got the filter. So again, this is a part of like a routine that I'm going to have to do now. I went on ahead and bought them in bulk, because I know that I think it's recommended 90 days. I probably won't do 90 days. I ain't gonna hold y'all, but it's recommended every 90 days that you change these air filters. So again, this whole like house thing, it's going to make me or push me into establishing the routines. The heat is back on, by the way. I called somebody. The guy came out yesterday, and he couldn't get it fixed yesterday, but he told me to he made it work temporarily. He told me to turn the heat up as high as I could stand it, and when it gets to wherever, whatever temperature, it'll cut off, but it's not going to cut back on. And so that's what I did. I think I put it at like 83 or 84. I was definitely in this bitch about to die upstairs. Like I had to go downstairs because it's always cooler downstairs. So I had to go downstairs to like breathe. And then when it cut off, like I just sat downstairs for a while, like, but I was up until like 4 o'clock this morning. Like I'm just literally just up, and I don't know if it was the heat, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I was just up, like, and that's just what I've been. And it's the stress of it all. But anyways, routine. Got to change these air filters, right? Like I have to make sure that I'm getting like the furnace serviced every year, and make sure that I get the water heater inspected, and the AC unit. Like, it's all of these things that I have to do in regards to establishing a new routine. Um, and last but not least, with the routines that I have to establish, is I am ready to start back my running routine. It's going to be strictly running. I mean, like, not strictly running. I'm gonna train. Like, I'm gonna get Coach Greg already has sent me so many damn workouts. I have plenty. Like, he probably doesn't have to even send me any for a while, but I have plenty of workouts to do. I need to sit down and put them together and incorporate that with my running, because I'm ready to run again. Like, I'm actually ready. Like, do y'all hear me saying this? It's not like, I don't really feel like it, or I think I'm ready. So I'm going to within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to sit down and plan it out, and I'm gonna get to it. I have a goal that I want to meet, and I'm going to do my best to meet it. So again, another routine that I have to not establish but reestablish. Um or make it new, make it different. It's going to have to be a little bit different this time. I'm in a different place. My the environment is different. Like, I don't know what it's going to be like running around here. I feel like the it's a little hilly throughout the subdivision, but it's not like super duper like it was in the neighborhood that I was in prior to this. So I'll keep y'all posted about that. So yeah, but there are, as we know, there are pros and cons to everything, right? So I wanted to tell y'all 3 pros and 3 cons for me of why of having a routine. And again, I speak from my own self. Like, I speak through my own eyes and my own experiences, but I speak this way in hoping that it can help somebody. Like, I if you're anything like me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this is something that can help you. So, pros: routines seem to lessen the stress in life. And I said that earlier, right? It's like, when you have a routine, you know what it is. You know what's gonna happen, right? Or you don't know what's gonna happen, but you know how it's supposed to happen. And like, you should be just like when you log into your work computer every day, you know that what your login is, what your password is. It shouldn't have changed unless you changed it and forgot. And you know that you're gonna log into your computer and it's gonna work, right? Like, just another routine. So I totally believe that for people like me who have any forms of anxiety, that routines help me through that. Another pro is it provides a little structure. And I guess that's not I guess it kind of ties into, like, less stress. I do so much better when I know that there's some sort of structure. Like, I don't work well in I won't say I don't work well in chaos, because I do. Like, I actually kind of thrive in it. That's when it comes to work anyway, that's when I do my best work, when it's just like, so much bullshit going on. But it stresses me out to not have structure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get it done, but if I had structure, like, it'll be probably even better. Like, if I know what the next step is, I know what the next step is supposed to be, and I know what I got to do to get to that next step, it helps me. You understand what I'm saying? So, the third one is routines help with achieving your goals. And again, I just said that, earlier. Like, when it comes to my running routine, what did I say at the end? I have a goal that I need to meet. So I need to get back into this routine of, working out and incorporating my runs so that I can reach that goal, right? And I think that is key for anything. Like people who start a business. Like I hear Tamara to the Break of Dawn and Melon Intoxicate and Tamara the Break of Dawn Inc., the CEO of the motherfucking group. When I hear her talk about her routines, like it's actually inspiring because she has this shit laid out. I don't know how she do it. Like she has all these things laid out and these times that she meets that shit. Like I'm pretty sure she falls off here and there, but she sticks to those things. She's very disciplined when it comes to those routines. But as an entrepreneur, like you literally have to be. So I feel like routines really do help with achieving your goals, right? Um so those are the three things. Those are the three pros that I came up with. But what are the cons? What are the cons of having a routine? Number one, it won't always solve your problems. You know what I'm saying? Like the number one pro was routines lessen the stress of life. Yeah, but it won't always it won't take all of the stress away, which is why I said it lessens the stress. You know what I'm saying? There's always room for a monkey wrench or something to be thrown in your routine. And when something happens unexpectedly, like when you're so much on a specific routine, when something happens unexpectedly, you freak out. Like I freak out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh my God. Okay. A perfect example was closed on the house on the 17th, tested positive for COVID on the 18th. I'm still trying to recover from that. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm still trying to recover from that. And not just because like it was just a huge inconvenience, but it's because I had a plan. I had a plan. I feel like I should be pretty much settled into my routine by now, and I'm not. So that's what I mean. It's just like when you have to break the routine for any reason, it could be a little stressful, right? Number two, con. It could make things kind of boring and kind of like, here we are again doing this all over again, right? I'm pretty sure that everybody has worked at a job where you're just like going through the motions, right? You get there, you have the exact same routine, and it's almost like you're on autopilot. Not like a habit where you just do it just because it's just something that you do, but it's like because I don't with habits, I don't feel like it's like an autopilot thing, right? Because a lot of times it's things that you like really want to do, even if it's a bad habit, right? Like if you, I don't know, if you suck your thumb or if you you know what I'm saying, some shit like that, like hell, you do crack, I don't know, it's that's some shit you want to do. So it's not, it's a little bit different than having like, being on autopilot, having a routine to where you're on autopilot. You go to work, you log in, no, because for me, it was, I go to work, I put my stuff down. Oh yeah, I log in, put my stuff down on my desk, go get some coffee, heat up my food, whatever food I got, walk around, say hi to everybody, sit down at my desk. I got to sit there for a good hour to get my mind right. I really don't want nobody to talk to me. And then I start doing my work. And then, I'm thinking about the drive home and like, you know what I'm saying? It was a everyday thing, like clockwork, like an hour before it was time for me to leave. I'm thinking about the drive home. Like it was so like crazy. So it really can like I don't think I don't want my routines to put me on autopilot to the point where I'm just like doing them, but I'm not, they're not like, what am I trying to say? Like, not necessarily fulfilling, but it's just something that I'm doing, right? I don't want that type of routine. Like, I like my routines to be meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing these things for a reason, right? So, number 3 is unfortunately routines don't work for everybody. They just don't. Like, or they can do certain types of routines, but they can't do other types of routines. Like, or our my the type of routine that I do, it may be totally different from you. Like, workout routines, like I know people who, all they do is lift weights. Or I know, and me, I'm a cardio person. So I lift weights too. Like, I integrate lifting weights, but I'm mainly a cardio person. If I can choose, I'm going to run. You see what I'm saying? And there's other people that's just not what they do. So, because that doesn't work for them, that doesn't work for their body. I know what works for my body in most cases, and people who pay attention to their body and who work out and shit like that, they know, you've tried everything and they know what works for them. So, like, all routines are not like for everybody. And again, some people just can't really work with routines at all. Like, that's why some people just don't they don't enjoy 9 to, well, I don't even want to say enjoy, but they would rather not work a 9 to 5 because it's just too routine for them. Like, I know so many people who would much rather do a job like, Uber, or those jobs that you could just do at any point in time, instead of having a structured 9 to 5. And me personally, like, as much as I used to love driving for Uber, um, I would choose a 9 to 5 because it's predictable for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very predictable. Like, I know how much my check gonna be. I know, what time I got to get, what time I need to be on, what time I need to be off. I know I'm gonna be off on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that works for me. It don't work for everybody, right? So, in conclusion of the whole routine thing, I just wanted to talk it out because I definitely have to start new routines. It's a little I don't really want to say scary, but it makes me a little nervous because, you want to you want your routines to be productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to get good outcomes from these routines, and for them not to become just boring or something that you're just doing every day, but you want them to enhance your life. If you are the type of person that needs to follow a routine, you want that routine to enhance your life, right? You want it to, like, contribute to your happiness, right? Because that's what I'm always talking about. So whenever a routine gets to a point where I don't, like, it's just whack, like, I can't do it. Sometimes I'm like that with working out. Again, so y'all know I be on it months and months and months, and then something happens that knocks me off of the routine, and I'm off of it. And I don't know if I'm off of it for a day. I don't know if I'm off for 2 weeks, or just like this last time, I've been off of it for a good 6 months. So so, like, it's it's all because, like, shit just started happening and I just couldn't get back on that routine. So now is my time to get back on that routine. So, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I plan on, I'm trying to incorporate some new things. I haven't yet. I'm trying to incorporate some new things. I still feel like my podcast is just, like, very random, and I think that it's always going to be very random. Like, there's really no whole theme other than living your life autonomously. So one day you'll tune in and listen and hear me talk about being random, and another day tune in and hear me talking about Raheem Devine. I email him again. Hopefully he emailed me back. Y'all go ahead and tweet him and let him know that he needs to check his email. again. Or, I might be on here just cracking jokes. I don't know. You never know. Hell, you might tune in and see like one of my live streams from Tag one day. I don't know. You never know. It's very random over here. And I hope that y'all can appreciate that, because I just don't think it's gonna change. Like, I really have been thinking about it, and like maybe I should have like a set like real like thing. I just don't think I want to. I like the whole the randomness. Podcast happy hour. If you are listening to this the day that this drops on January 21st, I hope that this evening you check us out on All Tales Pod's platform. She should be on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're gonna have a good happy hour. We're gonna have our drinks. Some people gonna, we're gonna come. We're gonna have to shut the fuck up award. We're gonna have confessions of a single parent. We're gonna have Jay's quick three, but it'll be her quick one, I think is what she usually does. We'll have Tamara's thoughts to ponder, or whatever it is she decides to do, and Chris's shenanigans. Like, y'all missed us. We ain't do this shit last month, so it's a New Year celebration, bitches. We got stuff to celebrate. It's not like we haven't been together. I was about to say we're back together again, but it's more like back together again on the air for the whole wide world to see. You know what I'm saying? Like whole TV land and YouTube land and all y'all niggas to see. So come out. It's only gonna be, I said come out like it's at the club, but you know what I'm saying? Find All Tales Pod, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We'll be live on there. Probably be about an hour and a half or whatever. And y'all have the rest of y'all Friday night to kick it. Get you a drink, you know what I'm saying? Roll your blunt, whatever it is you want to do, and come through. I think that's all that I have. I feel like there's something else I needed to shout out, and I cannot even think of what it is. So until you hear me or see me again, which should be tonight, 8 p.m., January 21st, podcast happy hour on All Tales Pod. Peace.